The more confident that you are, the more quiet you become. Confidence is quiet and insecurities are loud. Confident people don't seek attention because they know who they are, they know what they bring to the table, and they know that they don't have to prove themselves. Truly confident people don't need validation from others. It's the ego that needs the attention and the validation. And that's why insecurities are always loud, because it's the ego talking.
If you fuck with me, go out there and be ambitious. Go out there and really get shit done and stop depending on motherfuckers.
Star in any room that I stand in. I am the stand.
Oh, now we gotta go.
When I say I really love that, okay, when you are more confident, you are more quiet. But when you are loud, that means you have more insecurities. Whew, that was a whole word, okay? Hey, Rych Babes, welcome to A Rich Girl's Glow Up. I'm Dyor, your go-to guide for all things self-love, self-improvement, and just leveling up. Thank you so much to my loyal subscribers. If you haven't joined the Rych Babes squad yet, I honestly don't know what's holding you back. This is a channel to help you glow up from the inside out. So if you're ready to become the most confident version of yourself, let's get started.
This is the secret to building confidence that no one is talking about. Your level of confidence is directly related to the amount of self-compassion that you have. If you have a hard time taking risks and putting yourself out there, I can almost guarantee that you have a harsh inner critic. You are likely really hard on yourself and beat yourself up when things don't go right, and this keeps you scared and stuck. But don't worry, I was the same way. I was so hard on myself for any little mistake that I made. My inner critic was so strong that it kept me from putting myself out there. And this wasn't just in dating, it was in every area of my life. But over time, with lots of therapy, coaching, and a dedication to my personal growth, I began to cultivate more self-compassion and kindness towards myself. This newfound gentleness allowed me to be much less critical and allowed me to create a more peaceful internal world. The most surprising thing I learned over time was that the more my self-compassion grew, so did my confidence. Why is that, you ask? Well, I knew that if I put myself out there, if I tried and I failed, I would be okay because I wouldn't be beating myself up afterwards. The way I spoke to myself after a failure went from super harsh to really compassionate and loving. It became safe for me to try new things. It became safe for me to be vulnerable and put myself out there, which in turn helped me become more confident.
So let's start by clearing up one big misconception. Confidence is not about being the loudest in the room or walking around with a look at me attitude. True confidence is quiet, steady, and deeply rooted in how you see yourself. Here's the secret that nobody talks about. Confidence comes from clarity. When you are clear about who you are, what you stand for, and what you want in life, you automatically start showing up differently. It's not about faking it until you make it. It's actually about owning it until you become it. Think of confidence as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it is. And every time you show up for yourself, whether it's making small decisions or taking a big risk, you're training that muscle. Now, let's talk about something game-changing, personal branding. You might think, Bella, what does personal branding have to do with confidence? Girl, let me tell you everything. Your personal brand is how you show up in the world. It's not just about your social media feed or your LinkedIn profile. It's the vibe that you bring into every room you walk into. Your brand is a reflection of your values, your strengths, and your unique sparkle. Here's how to build a brand that fuels your confidence. Number one, define your core values. What do you stand for? Integrity, creativity, generosity. When you know your values, you don't settle for anything or anyone that doesn't align with them. Number two is own your own story. Don't hide the parts of your journey that make you unique. Your story, your struggles, and all. That's what set you apart. Number three is embrace your signature style. Whether it's the way that you dress, the way that you speak, or the energy that you bring, let your style reflect the most authentic version of you. When you've got your personal brand locked in, it becomes your armor. You walk into every space knowing this is who I am, and I am not here to prove it to anyone.
Look, this video is not going to go viral, so let me tell you the secret to confidence that most people are going to go their entire lives without knowing. The secret to building confidence in yourself that sticks is self-trust. Trust in yourself. A lot of people have no idea how to trust in themselves because they're so busy talking about trust issues with other people. And it's crazy because actually having trust in yourself leads you to attracting more people in your life that you don't have to worry about whether you can trust them or not. But that's a whole nother topic. So here's one of the biggest steps you need in order to start developing that trust in yourself. Do what you say you are going to do. And I don't mean just with things like at work or with your family. I mean stuff you say you're going to do for yourself. So if you said you was going to start moving your body more, eating better, trying new things, taking better care of your mental health, practicing a self-care routine, actually take the steps to do them. You don't have to be perfect at it. You just have to follow through with it. And that might mean you have to learn how to say no or reduce the amount of things you commit to for other people.
This is the most important concept that you can nail and completely embed into your mind that will change everything for you. It's the most important concept I've ever learned. And it's the idea of unconditional self-acceptance. This is at the heart of confidence. This is at the heart of inner peace. This is at the heart of being your true, authentic self and living life on your terms. Unconditional self-acceptance says that there are no conditions needed for you to love, respect, and accept yourself. No conditions at all. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what other people say about you. It doesn't matter what you have. That you can always accept and love yourself. You see, imagine if you had a friend and you only liked them and loved them if they said the right thing or did the right thing. They would always be worried about what they're going to say around you. And we do that to ourselves, right? We have all these conditions of, I will love, like, and respect myself when I perform well, when I get all my chores and tasks done, when other people approve of me. But this leads to what's called swing confidence, where 1 minute you're up, the next minute you're down, because it's relying on something outside of you in order to give you your love, value, worth, acceptance. So this is the whole game, is when you love yourself regardless of what happens. You choose to back yourself. This means you can take more risks. You can say the wrong thing. You can completely be what you want to be because there are no conditions for you loving yourself. When your worth comes from this place, it means that you're always worthy. You're always enough. Sometimes you might fail, you might mess up, but it doesn't change your worth. This is just true inner security. And from this place, you can really go out and live from a place of confidence. So if you nail any concept when it comes to mindset, when it comes to psychology, if you can work on this one, and it is a practice, right? Doesn't always happen overnight. You've got to work on it. But keep working on loving yourself regardless of what anybody says, what happens, even how you feel emotionally. Then you will really create an unbelievable relationship with yourself that will really just lead to total confidence. Big love.
All right, my loves, let's get to some actionable steps to boost your confidence today. Number 1 is celebrate small wins. Confidence is built in small moments. Did you complete a task you've been avoiding? Celebrate it. Did you step out of your comfort zone even a little? Celebrate it, okay? Number 2 is stop over apologizing. Replace unnecessary "I'm sorry" with "thank you." For example, instead of saying "I'm sorry for being late," say "thank you so much for waiting." See that? You see that? Number 3, focus on your strengths. Spend less time worrying about what you are not good at and more time doubling down on what you are good at. And number 4 is use power poses. Yes, body language matters. Stand tall, shoulders back, and hold your head up high. Your posture can trick your brain into feeling more confident. Confidence is a habit, Rych Babes. The more you practice showing up as your best self, the more natural it becomes.
What no one tells you about gaining confidence after a traumatic experience. Rebuilding confidence after you've been through something traumatic, it takes a lot of patience, self-care, self-love, and reminding yourself on the daily that you are not your past, that you are not what you've been through. See, the thing is, building your confidence is not really about your outer appearance. We talk a lot about it. Oh, I'm confident and whatever I put on and how I dress. But honestly, I've learned that you need to master your mind, right? Build the confidence and believing that you can do a thing on a daily basis. And then once you master the belief and confidence within yourself, you master your life. So I know I have some tips for you guys that nobody's really talking about what you can really do. So I'm about to reveal the secrets. Tip number 1, get out there on that dance floor. Dancing can boost your confidence and reconnect you back with your body. So try that. Tip number 2, affirmation cards are a game changer. Write down positive affirmations and place them where you'll see them daily. Remind yourself. What I really learned is that reminders can gradually shift your mindset. So what I want you to do is write down a couple affirmations. Tip number 3, what I want you to do every morning. Promise me every morning you're going to get in front of this mirror and tell yourself 3 things you love about yourself. Best friend, I want you to talk yourself back to life. Remind yourself you that deal. Remind yourself my mind is where it starts and where I'm going to build my confidence. Now it's time to start the journey of mastering your mind and mastering your life, redefining confidence before we step into 2025. I need you to go ahead and check the description box.
5 practical things that has made me more confident. I feel like your confidence cannot be fleeting. That's why you need to place it in something solid. Being a Christian, my confidence is in God. Yeah. Really important to deep the fact that you're fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. Like, my man does not make mistakes in it. 2, you need to understand that no one else has enough information to challenge your self-concept. Who are they? Nobody knows me more than I know me. The only parts of me that you know is because I want you to know it. Therefore, you don't even have enough information to challenge my self-concept. On an external level, if it's something you could change it. If it's something you cannot change your outlook on it. Think of whatever you're insecure about right now. If you cannot change it, change your outlook on it. Touching on external confidence, the content you consume is so important. Look at yourself, and for Instagram, for example, I know it can be very detrimental, but literally pick 2 people who look like you that you find stunning and follow them. I used to be obsessed with Jada Waiter, and I love her. She's still pretty, but it's just like I'm a naturally slim girl. Like, what am I doing over there obsessing over Jada Waiter? And my body's not gonna be a Jada Waiter body. That's not how God made me. So you know what I did? I moved to Lori Harvey. Like, I'm slim, but I have curves. My body is more similar to Lori Harvey. So who do I look at more? Lori Harvey over Jada Waiter. Because I could look at Jada Waiter 100,000 times. My body won't be Jada Waiter. You got me? Like, make sure you're consuming content that's helping your confidence. Last but not least, clean out your social circle. Like, if you're around people whom whenever you bring out rebranding or doing better for yourself, is always side-eye them out your life. Cut them out.
Here's the biggest secret nobody has ever told you about being that girl. You have to literally walk around thinking and believing everyone is obsessed with you. Every man wants you, every woman wants to be you. When he ghosts and pulls away or starts doing weird things, it's because he just cannot handle how amazing you are, and he's just not ready for you. Everywhere you go, every room you step into, people are just checking you out and thinking, oh my God, she is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. And this is coming from someone who used to walk around thinking literally the exact opposite of all of that. And what was the result? A depressing, repelling, and unattractive aura. You might look at me right now and say, okay, great, that's easy for you to say, but trust me when I say the only thing that has changed about my appearance is I got highlights and I laminated my eyebrows and I just started taking care of myself. But the biggest thing that changed is in here, my energy. Your thoughts and emotions change your aura on a day-to-day basis. So if you want a dominant magnetic aura, I suggest you grab a pen. This is some homework. Grab a pen, grab a paper, and write down all of those things that I said in the beginning and use them as your affirmations day to day. Watch how your interactions change and give me a follow.
Here's Nipsey's secret to confidence.
You don't want to be validated by nobody's opinion. You want to be validated by your process. You know you worked hard. You know that you gave your all to something.
The biggest confidence boost is knowing who you are and what you're capable of. And the only way to find those answers is by putting in the physical, mental, and emotional work.
So the number one way to build confidence in yourself and completely transform your self-concept is to keep the promises you make to yourself. So if we think about it, confidence really just means you have a strong belief in something, right? So if I am confident that my significant other will fix a leak that we have when I come home, all that means is I really believe in that person, right? I believe they will follow through in what they said they're going to do. So the same thing applies to ourselves. If you tell yourself, I'm going to get up at 7 a.m. 4 days a week and go to the gym, follow through on that. Do that, because the next time you tell yourself you're going to do something, say you say, I'm going to start a business. If you don't follow through on those little promises, your subconscious mind is going to be like, yeah, right. Sure you are. You're going to start a business, but you can't even get up to go to the gym. That's why these little things we tell ourselves we're going to do are so important. That's what actually builds confidence, because it creates the belief that when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to follow through with it. I'm confident in myself. And that radiates, right? We can tell, even visually, energetically, we can tell someone who really takes care of themselves, who's really dedicated, someone who has strong boundaries, like, oh no, I can't go out tonight because I have to study. I said I would study for at least an hour. That's very attractive, rather than someone who's just maybe a slob, they're just there for the ride. They'll do whatever. They have no schedule, no time, no dedication to themselves. That's not a confident person, right? That's not very attractive. So the best way to do this is by those little tiny things you say you're going to do. Stick to those, and over time, it will build your confidence so much. It will help you manifest things in, because you are creating the belief, I always do what I say I'll do.
Here's the part no one talks about. True confidence doesn't mean you're never feeling afraid, insecure, or doubtful. It means you don't let those feelings stop you. Confidence is about showing up even when you're nervous. It's about trusting that you can handle whatever comes your way. And most importantly, it's about knowing that you don't need anyone else's approval to validate your worth. Remember this, Rych Babes. Confidence is an inside job. No amount of likes, followers, or compliments will make you feel good about yourself if you don't already believe you're worthy. So, start investing in yourself today. Thank you so much for watching, Rych Babes. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. So start building today. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And always drop a comment below. What's one thing that you're doing this week to build your confidence? I would love to know. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, stay glowing, stay rich, Rych Babes.